recommendation of the Highway Patrol Group, sir, on the RFID, sir, of the motorcycle, sir.
According to them, nababahala sila. Gusto ko lang sabihin po sa riding community na number one, wala po tayong dapat ikabahala.
Agree kami na RFID yung ilagay sa harap dahil dun sa original na batas po na na kung magiging plaka po yan in terms of safety ay hindi sa safe para dun sa mga gumagamit ho ng motor, no, at yung posibleng matanggal at may madamay na iba pang mga road users.
So we now proceed. I think LTFRB is present, and one of the issues raised during the last hearing was about the backlog of plates of almost 2 million for motor vehicles. I'm referring now to four-wheeled, and then 9 million plus for motorcycles. Pakisagot po yung tanong ko. Sa four-wheelers, 2 million. Sa motorcycles, 9 million plus. Ito ba ho yung latest figures niyo pa o nabago na ito?
Sir, as of November 22, 2023, the total backlog po for the motorcycle is 12.9 million, which include the requirement from 2014 to current po, sir.
So from yung last hearing natin, 9 million. Ngayon, 12 million na. 12.9.
Yes po,
So
Mr. Chair.
13 million na ito, more or less.
More or less po,
Oh.
Mr. Chair.
So maybe not the reason for this. Dumami ba yung motor na lumabas, na binenta, o talagang hindi na kayo nakakapag-produce? Ano po yung dahilan nito? Rate we're going, baka next year, ano na ito, 15 million, 16 million na ang backlog ninyo. So may we now proceed to the Highway Patrol Group? Highway Patrol, can you identify yourself?
Sir, good morning, sir, to the chairman, sir. I am Police Lieutenant Colonel J. Condaramo, sir, the OIC Investigation Management Division of the Highway Patrol Group, sir. Good morning po, sir.
But you have a recommendation to mention. Pwede mong simulan yun. We'll give you time. Of course, your recommendations are based on factual data. Because you will not make any recommendations out of thin air. You made your recommendations because recommendation 1 is because of this. Recommendation 2 is because of this. Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Highlight your recommendations.
Sir, the recommendation of the Highway Patrol Group, sir, on the RFID, sir, of the motorcycle, sir. Sir, haba to, sir?
Nihintay natin ang LTO eh.
Yes, sir.
Ikaw ang pillar pa eh. Tsaka mainit pa tong kape ko.
Yes, sir. Copy, sir. So I will go to the letter A under section 1 of section 3 of Republic Act number 11235. The inclusion of the RFID in the definition of terms is preparatory on the following provision to be applied. It appears that the intention of the law to include RFID as a means of additional requirements, particularly the installation thereof under Section 3 of the proposed bill amending Section 5 of Republic Act 11235. And thereto, the undersigned submits that this may be further challenged later on being unconstitutionalized.
Who is the undersigned? The HPG chief? Sino yung nakapirma?
Sir, si Director HPG, sir. Brigadier General Alan M. Nazaro, sir.
Okay. So, he is against.
Not again, sir. We are complying, sir. But
Ang sabi, might be challenged for
Yes,
being
sir.
unconstitutional. Go ahead.
yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Considering that the installation of RFID only applies to a certain type of motor vehicle, in this case, the motorcycle as a requirement, unless there is an enabling law requiring the RFID to be installed in all types of vehicles, or a new law to legislate to that effect. the provision may somehow be retained. Letter B, under Section 2, Section 4 of Republic Act Number 11235, this group recommends that the entire provision under this section be retained, and only provision pertaining to reduction of penalty will cause the amendment hereof to read as Section 4, registration by the owner. The owner of a motorcycle shall register his or her motorcycle with LTO within 5 days from such acquisition of ownership. The owner of the motorcycle shall also immediately report any sale or disposition of his or her motorcycle to the LTO. Failure of the owner to register within 5 days from the acquisition of ownership or to immediately report its sales or disposition shall subject the owner to a penalty of imprisonment or arresto menor as defined under the revised penal code or fine.
That's the existing provision.
Yes, sir.
So anong comment ko dyan?
Sir, the comment is underlined here, sir, the subject owner to have a penalty or imprisonment of arresto menor, sir.
Payag kayo?
Sir, kung i-ano po nung law, sir.
So ganito,
Yes, sir.
yung sinabi nyo, pag nag-RFID, it might be unconstitutional because it would just subject the motorcycles to the RFID to the exclusion of four-wheelers. Ganon. So itong pangalawa, ang sinasabi nyo, payag kayo doon sa 5 days reportorial requirement after purchase or transfer.
Yes, sir.
Wala naman kayong sinabi na baka maging unconstitutional din kasi hindi applicable sa four-wheelers.
Yes, Your Honor.
We will ask the LTO later. Nakikita niyo yung sinasabi ko? Pag bumili ka ng kotse, ako may sasakyan ako dati. Second owner na ako. Narirehistro naman. Hindi ko naman na-transfer na. Tapos si owner, may open deed of sale. Continuing lang yon. Kaya noong rehistro, tapos nung nabenta na, sir, hindi pala sa pangalan nyo to. O nga, nandito, nakapirma yung dati pa. May pirma doon sa Xerox, sa yung ID niya, na nandun yung kanyang, kung ano man yung ID niya, tsaka palang mako-consummate yung mako-consummate yung deed of sale, marirehistro, manonotarize, etc. Sa palagay nyo ba, dapat din i-apply yon sa four-wheeler? Kasi kung ipapatas natin, gusto mo yung binabanggit mo kanina, si RFID, dapat na special treatment ang motor, sila lang ano, kaya sabi nyo unconstitutional. Pero yung four-wheeler, minsan tatlo na yung nakabili. Open deed of sale. Di ba? Sa Amerika, pagbili mo ng sasakyan, on the same day. Ganito lang kalaki yung deed of sale, transfer. Kailangan i-transfer mo na sa motor vehicle office, sa MBO. Dito, sa atin, kahit 5 taong ka lang nagdadrive, hindi mo pangalan. Di ba, sir? So, bakit para magkaiba yung opinion nyo doon sa dalawa?
Sir, based on the dito, sir, is we are agree, sir, but if it is unconstitutional, sir, yun po, sir.
Doon, si RFID?
Yes, sir, RFID.
O yung 5 days. Minsan yung
The RFID, sir. The RFID, sir.
constitutional kasi ang napili lang motor.
Yes, sir.
Yung mga...
Then, for the, not all motorcycle are, ano, sir, I mean, sir, for RFID, they can, or hindi nila, sir, yung iba, sir, kasi, sir, ginagamit lang, sir, for entering expressway, sir, like that, sir. So,
Mr. Chair,
maybe ask the
i-clarify ko lang,
proponent of the measure.
if ano, sa LTO, pwede natin clarify, di ba yung mga motorcycles now, aside from the plate numbers, they come already with RFID? May kasama na po yun eh. So, hindi ko maano kung bakit maging unconstitutional because the new motorcycles now, upon registration at pag-release ng plaka, kasama na po yung RFID which contains the information of the motorcycle, the owner, di ba? Dapat yun. Tama ba, LTO? Pwedeng ano ba kasi?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, there is already an RFID for the motorcycle, and the details contained in it is the file number, the plate number, the chassis number, and the engine number.
Also, sa four wheels meron din, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Both have RFID.
Yes.
I think si Cardel, medyo na-confuse ka. Yung RFID ng NLEX, SLEX, iba po yun. But the RFID that we are talking about, the chairman is discussing, is the RFID that pertains to the information about the vehicle. Kasi kailangan na po yun ngayon eh. Di ba? Hindi yung dati, plaka lang ang we rely only on the plate number. But now, because of the RFID, we can already identify if that indeed, that plate number or registration indeed belongs to the said vehicle, motorcycle man or four-wheel. Tama po ba, Mr. Encela? Para just to clarify.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Senator Hercito. Mr. Rincela, balikan kita. So pag bumili ng bagong motorsiklo ngayon, may RFID na, saan nakadikit?
Sa headlamp.
Headlamp.
Headlamp. Your
Kanan,
Honor.
kaliwa? Anywhere. Colonel, join us. Kung sino yung bagong dating na ano? Okay. So,
Sa kaliwa, Mr.
Sa
Chair.
kaliwa. Okay. Sa kotse.
Sa
Teka muna, isa lang ang headlight ng motorcycle eh. Isa lang ang headlight ng motorcycle. So, kotse saan?
sa windshield, Your Honor, sa gitna po.
Meron na
Middle.
yung brand new.
Opo.
Ayun. So, pag yung kwento ko kanina, pag lumipas ang halimbawa 1 taon at ibinenta noong bagong yung nakabili original owner sa isang individual kung direct salesman o sale o sa mga car traders, paano na yung nakadikit doon? Kung open deed of sale, hindi naman tinransfer, paano yon? Halimbawa may-ari Danilo Encela. So, yung RFID ibinenta kay Professor Abergos. Yung RFID mo pa rin kung open deed of sale. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, Your Honor, doon sa RFID, wala pong naka-indicate na owner.
Kanina, sagot mo kay Senator Ejercito,
It's the file number, the plate number, the engine number, and the chassis number, except for the owner.
yung pangalan ng owner, wala.
Wala po.
But the bill seeks to indicate the name of the owners as well as other details for crime prevention purposes. So, nakalagay lang doon, Ford, halimbawa, na-advertise pa rito ang Ford, o Isuzu, tapos chassis number, engine number, yun lang. Basic.
Yes, Your Honor, basic po.
So, kahit i-transfer, walang kailangan pagbabago. Ganon din sa motor. Senator Ejercito, is that the purpose of the measure? Yun din pala yun?
Well, ang ano natin, I think yung RFID kasi na nakalagay ngayon, at least hindi na yung plate number hindi na malipat-lipat, no? At least to make sure that the vehicle, whether motorcycle or automobile, kung ano po yung plaka niya, reflected do sa RFID. But we can also put additional information in the RFID. Tama naman po, di ba? Yung owner's name later on, para po sigurado na pag i-scan po, alam po natin later on that the said vehicle is cleared. Kumbaga, at least madali ito eh. One of the purpose, Mr. Chair, of having the RFID system, magkaroon tayo na scanner later on, is for crime prevention as well. Pag naka-red alert o naka-alerto, I think pag naka-install na yung mga ano natin, pag na-scan niya, malalaman kung naka-red alert yun. That is possible, Mr. Encela, later on. Di ba pag nakabili na tayo ng scanners at lahat?
Possible, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. But ang problem lang po natin is yung transfer, then yung mga na-repossess po ng mga dealer na motorcycle. Yun lang po ang nakikita po nating issue po dyan.
Paano magiging problema? Yung pag-transfer, paglagay ng mga data, hindi ba pwedeng i-ano yun? Yung ng MIS yun, ng ano, na dapat pagbabago, ba, transfer ownership, siyempre dapat magpapalit din yung Dapat yung identity ng owner, nandun na lahat yun sa RFID. Para nga yung Anti-Crime Prevention Act na ito eh. So pag iscan natin, dapat all that pertinent information should be on the RFID itself. Di ba? Dapat ganun yun. Tama ba, Mr. Zela?
Yes, Your Honor, tama po.
Siguro later on, kasi wala pa time, Mr. Chair, hindi pa natin nabibili yun. Kumbaga nauna yung RFID with information. Ang plano talaga natin dito magkaroon ng scanners later on para sa mga checkpoints. It will be easier also for the police manning the checkpoint and also for the riding public, no? Kasi kawawa pag nagka-checkpoint talagang minsan 30, hanggang 50, no? Kawawa din yung police eh. Kakabasa nila ng registration, maduduling din niya pagtagal eh. Di ba? Pero ngayon, hopefully with the scholars in place, ito yung in the future na, looking at the future, that the RFID would contain pertinent information about the motor vehicle and the rider itself. Di ba? Pwedeng ilagay doon. So it will be more convenient this time sa mga, ano natin, no? Sa ating mga law enforcers this time, na i-identify na sila, hindi na rin yung matagal, iisa-isahin. No? Ito si former Colonel Busita, naging ano to. Napakahirap ang magman ng checkpoint and I'm sure this will be easier. So siguro si Colonel Segon can speak on this matter, yung tungkol puro sa rehistro, no? Sa checkpoint, kung gaano. Will it be easier kung meron na tayong RFID system na nandun na pertinent documents, information about the riders? Ngayon kasi, pag mano-mano, lahat iniisa-isa niyo. Tama ba?
Thank you, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. I am Police Colonel William Segun, the Deputy Director for Administration of the Highway Patrol Group, the former Chief of Police of San Juan City, sir.
And the provincial.
Yes, sir, from Cavite, sir. Sir, with regards to the comment, sir, mas maganda, sir, kung mayroon na tayong talagang RFID na naka-in place na doon sa mga motor para madali na yung pag-scan or pag-identify ng mga motorcycle during checkpoint, sir. In fact, sir, yung provincial director, sir, ako ng Cavite, ni-require namin lahat ng mga alam ni Congressman Busita, yes, sir, meron kaming ID. Tapos yung member namin na isang motorcycle club, lahat ng mga motorcycle na member ng club namin, hindi na namin nire-require maglabas ng ORCR in every checkpoint. Pag makita lang namin sir yung sticker na yon na member sila ng Cavite Motorcycle Club, guna sila sir, hindi na namin sila nire-require maglabas pa ng mga ORCR. Kasi makikita natin sir sa lahat ng checkpoint, ORCR ang hinihingi ng pulis natin. ORCR. Ngayon sir, yung sa amin is parang initiative lang namin yon na pag nakita na namin ng sticker ng Cavite Motorcycle Club, wala nang tanong-tanong sir kasi nag-submit na sa amin sila sir ng mga requirements yan eh. Sinubmit na. Preliminary, bago namin sila bigyan ng stickers, nag-submit sila sa amin ng ORCR na. So mas maganda sir itong meron ng RFID, at least kahit sa cellphone sir ng pulis natin, pag in-scan nila yon, makikita na nila sir kung sino na may-ari. So mas maganda sir at mapapadali.
So all the pertinent information later on, pag meron na tayong scanners later on sa
Yes,
mga
sir.
checkpoint,
Yes, sir.
which will be more convenient, Mr. Chair. Kasi ngayon, ang hirap talaga sa mga riding community, lalo na pag checkpoint.
Yes, sir.
No, minsan 30, 50, no, ganun, tas isa-isa, yung kawawa rin ng pulis eh, no, na maduduling kayo eh. I mean, babasahin yung race to isa-isa kung ganun karami. So hopefully later on, Mr. Chair, the intent of this measure also is to provide yung mga scanners to make it more convenient for both the riding public, for the riders and also the law enforcers. I think si Colonel Busita, si Congressman Busita would like.
Mr. Chair.
You're recognized, Congressman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, mag-interject lang po ako doon sa comment ni Honorable Senator J.B. Ejercito. Nabanggit po niya yung alarma, naka-red alert yung naka-alarm. And Mr. Chair, maganda po itong RFID, especially kung ang usually sa lang ginagamit sa crimes, yung mga nakaw na motorsiklo. Parang sa four wheels din. And nabanggit po ni Honorable Senator J.B. Ejercito yung sa alarma. Mas magiging effective ito, Mr. Chair, kung ang HPG ay magkakaroon ng report sa every incident, especially yung crime incident involving motorcycle riders, yung report ng motorcycles para sir, pag may RFID na, makikita kung stolen motorcycle ito. So, tama-tama, Mr. Chair, ang ano po nito ay Motorcycle Crime Prevention Act. So, tama po yon na yun mas ma-address sana ng HPG and the PNP in general, yung submission, Mr. Chair, ng mga crime incidents involving motorcycles. So, in the future, napakaganda po nito.
Sa mga
So balik ko yung unang tanong ko, sir. Yung unang tanong ko, yung maliit na chip, ganong karaming data ang pwedeng ilagay doon?
Mr. Chair, sa ngayon po, gaya po ng nabanggit po is ang kasya lang po doon sa RFID for now is yung MB file number, the plate number, engine number, and the chassis number.
Yeah,
Opo.
hindi kayang ilagay yung pangalan ng owner. Hindi kaya?
Kakayanin po yan pag magbabago po ng sistema, Your Honor.
So tanggalin na natin yung color of motorcycle. O, alis na yun. Yun na, ilagay yung pangalan. Isang line din na nawala doon. Di ba?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair and honorable senators. In behalf of MDPPA, we are the major motorcycle assemblers in the country, composed of Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha, and TBS. And as far as the manufacturing is concerned, the MDPPA reaffirmed our support to adopt SB 159 as the amendment for RA 11235. On the technical aspect, MDPPA believes that the provision stipulated on SB 159 on the utilization of RFIDs serve more advantages for the manufacturing side than the previous front plate policy, because almost of our models running in the production line are not designed to have plates in front, and number of motorcycle models do not have provisions in front where decals plate can be affixed. The RFID guarantees a safer alternative to our users than to manually modify a metal front plate in order to comply with the law. So that's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I now have in my possession your
Mr. Chair.
previous letter. Pero
Mr.
meron
Chair.
pa yung letter dated today.
Yes, sir.
So,
For today,
ngayon lang ito.
Mr. Chair.
Ay, Congressman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, mag-comment lang po ako doon sa comment ni Mr. Rod Cruz from Arangkada and Mr. Perillo na according to them, nababahala sila. Gusto ko lang sabihin po sa riding community na number one, wala po tayong dapat ikabahala. At makikita po ninyo, kahit talagang maraming measures na dapat i-address ng Senate, priority po ni Honorable Senator Tolentino ito, in support na rin doon sa proposed amendment ni Senator J.B. Ejercito. Kasi po, bakit hindi kayo dapat mabahala? Wala ako sa posisyon na magsabi, pero I think one thing for sure, bago makumpleto ng LTO ang plaka, hopefully, with the support of Senator Tolentino dito sa amendment na to, mailabas na itong amendment na to. Kasi po, hindi kayang ipatupad itong Republic Act 11235. Why? Wala ngang plaka eh. Paano mo huhulihin yung walang plaka eh? Wala ngang plaka. O, di ba? So, mayroon pa tayong 2.5 years. Pero mapapansin po ninyo, kahit busy ang Senado, minamadali po ito ni Honorable Senator Tolentino and Senator J.B. Ejercito. Kaya yung pong ipinapangamba ninyo, ay kalimutan na ninyo yan. Dahil sigurado, mauuna pa itong amendment na to bago makumpleto ng LTO yung plaka. Hindi nila pwedeng i-implement to. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Busitas. Next, we have Mr. Lasarte, tama ba? Philippine Advocates for Road Safety.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Chair, Senator JB and Congressman Busita. In behalf of Philippine Advocates for Road Safety, on our position po dun sa RA 11235, agree kami na RFID yung ilagay sa harap dahil dun sa original na batas po na ano na kung magiging plaka po yan in terms of safety ay hindi sa safe para dun sa mga gumagamit ho ng motor, no, at yung posibleng matanggal at may madamay na iba pang mga road users. And kung gagamit po ng RFID, ang mas-suggestion po namin ay mas ito talaga yung pagtuunan ng pansin kasi nga nasa digital age tayo, mas bigyan to ng pagtuunan talaga kaysa doon sa paghabol ng backlog ng ng plate number, no. At in terms of sa penalty, nag-agree po kami dito sa ano po natin sa SB Senate Bill 159, yung pagbaba po ng penalty dahil yung batas po ng MIRA sa ngayon ay masyado mabigat para ho dun sa mga rider, no. But in the particular po, meron lang kaming suggestion regarding sa section 5 ng SB 159, related po dun sa pagpapataw ng penalty para doon sa mga yung hindi nila alam in case na tampered pala yung RFID o yung plate number. At kung ako halimbawa gumagamit ako ng motor, nabili ko yung motorsiklo, tampered pala at hindi ko siya alam, nakalagay po kasi dun sa section 5 na merong penalty na hindi lalagpas ng 10,000. No, on our part kung kami pong rider, wala kaming kamalay-malay ay pinipenalize kami nung batas, no. Siguro ang baka yun ho mas pag-isipan ho, baka mas pagtuunan ho sana ng tuon ng pansin yung sino yung mga namemeke, sino yung mga sindikatong nagtatampered posible magtampered ng plate number, o sa actual na karanasan natin yung mga namemeke ng ORCR kaya ho nakakabili ng mga motor na ginagamit ho sa krimen. So yun ho yung mas suggestion sana namin particular ho doon sa section 5 ng proposed amendments po natin ng 11235. No, at ang isa pa hong sigurong i-raise namin in terms of safety, may kinalaman sa crime prevention. Madalas yung nangyayari, halimbawa papasok ko dun sa village, sa mga villages po, no, sa mga nagmamotor, pinapatanggal ho yung helmet at hindi pinapayagan na mag-drive sa loob ng mga villages ng may helmet. So sa tingin ho namin, parang nasa sacrifice in terms of safety ng rider, no, in case natatanggalin yung helmet kung ang purpose ay identification ng rider, no. So tingin namin, na suggestion namin, kung mayroong mga CCTV doon sa mga entrances po ng mga villages, sapat na ho yung ipakita yung license, tapat yung CCTV, tanggalin yung helmet, ipakita yung mukha ng rider, no, may record, at payagan na mag-ride sa loob ng ibabalik ko yung pagsuot ng helmet kasi para wag nating sacrifice yung safety ng rider because lang doon sa mga ibang polisiya na ini-implement on crime prevention. Ayun lang po, maraming salamat po.